Hello and welcome to Benuetv Television News at 7. My name is Mercy Upa. The headline: Benue State Government moves to address perennial flooding. Lateef Fagbemi says efforts leading to recent judgment on local government autonomy not wasted. And from the foreign scene, Barack Obama, why endorse Kamala Harris for U.S. President? The Benue State Government has moved to address the issue of perennial flooding in the state, especially in Makurdi, the state capital. In line with this, Governor Hyson has awarded contracts for the construction of proper drainages and opening of streets in the metropolis to achieve the project. The objective, I beg your pardon. Our correspondent Emmanuel Akula was at some sites of ongoing water control projects in Makurdi town and brings us this update.
Flooding in Benue State, particularly Makurdi, the state capital, has become a yearly occurrence. This has over the years resulted to destruction of property and livelihoods of people of the state. The present administration in Benue State under Governor Hyson is taking deliberate steps to address this menace. The governor recently inspected these areas of concern within the township, where work has already commenced. This is the ever-busy and flooded portion of Akbehe Junction at Wurukun Market, connecting Benue links. The area is already wearing a new look after the governor's tour a few weeks ago. Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Teso Okola, sees this project as a solution to the lingering flood challenges in the area of the town.
Excellency saw this as reason to construct heavy and big drainages. You can see the quality down here is casting. And the size of the drainages, you understand that it was actually meant to control what we used to have in the past.
Mr. James Bachilin is a Makurdi resident who is grateful to the governor for moving to address this age-long problem. He, however, stresses the need for people around the affected project to own the work and cautions the people to guard against activities of saboteurs of government efforts.
Cooperation of everybody is needed here. All the dumping of the polythene bag and whatever the trash, whatever the rice is here, has to be stopped. The people that are here, they are benefiting from it, and they should key into that vision and discipline themselves to stop dropping all those garbages here to block it, because they will be the people to suffer at the last.
The Ida Erosion Control Project is another effort of the earlier-led administration in the fight against flooding in the metropolis. There is an ongoing construction of a water canal to collect the water aside journalization of Ishabakud Road to make it easy for commuters plying the road and business owners. The Chief Press Secretary again explains the nature of work to be done on the projects.
What we are doing now, what His Excellency has directed to be done, is that the people constructing the Ishabakud Road are going to refill this. They will remove all this, they distribute it, and they will refill the whole place up to that end, so that you have a street clearly carved out. And don't forget, he is doing this thing in order to also control erosion. And so those constructing, the construction company, or rather the contractor, is going to clearly carve out heavy drainages, very wide drainages beside at the wings of the road, so that water will have a way to pass, and then there will be no flooding in this area again.
Going by the prediction from the Nigerian Meteorological Department, Benue is flagged as flood-prone among other states in the country. The efforts by the earlier-led administration will hopefully reduce the menace to the barest. Emmanuel Akula, Benuetv Television News, Makurdi.
Thank you, Emmanuel Akula, for bringing us that update. The ongoing construction of an underpass project at high level roundabouts in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, is to be completed before the end of the year 2024. Site engineer for the project, Ahmed Bari, revealed this to our correspondent, Emmanuel Akula, who accompanied the Chief Press Secretary, Teso Okola, and the other government house crew Friday to see the work on the underpass project. Here's his report.
Under the administration of Governor Hyson in Benue State, construction of projects have become State Secretary. People come, some as early on at the projects. 4 months ago, this was awarded by the governor alongside the road project, which has already been completed. Work on this site is said advancing in line with the deadline, and the contractors for the underpass confirmed the delivery of the project. At the state secretary, civil service state, Dr. work has reached completion and working environment for the officers. Among other innovations, General of the Secretary started up the transform programs have to achieve optimal production.
Before now, my impression that this edifice, the legacy project of commissioned in 1942 years.
Expressing satisfaction with the quality and the different projects, mentioned huge benefits and of when complete. He re-echoes the commitment of these principles that earlier towards ensuring fight in all sectors of the state's economy to improve on
we have an investment, two investors here, big investors here. An event here. And this is the hub economy in this state.
These projects, when completed, value the state, proving the thought of the president a new and better. Emmanuel Akula, Television News.
Managing Director of Benue Investments and Property Company Limited, BIPC, Dr. Raymond Asmakaha has said the company is on an industrial revolutionary drive to reactivate dormant businesses with prospects in the state. Asmaka announced this during a visit to Titanium Steel and Good Company, a new production company in Makudi. The managing director said BIPC was targeting viable moribund businesses because of their high prospect for job and wealth creation, tax revenues, and overall impact on the economy. He also said reviving these industries will be faster than building new factories, adding that the industries when operational would improve the gross domestic product of the state. As Maka has said, he was hopeful that dormant businesses could bring the needed pivot to new markets, products, and services. Representatives of Titanium Steel and Good Company, Oliver Ugol and Esther Akol, expressed appreciation to BIPC for indicating interest in the business. Still to come on Benue Television News at 7, the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking and Persons kickstart activities marking the 2024 World Day Against Human Trafficking. We'll bring you details of this report and more after the break. Stay with us.
Benue Fashion Show Season 3 is here.
It's that time of the year for fashion designers, entrepreneurs, and fashion enthusiasts to shine.
This year, sale of forms for the competition begins from 15th April to 28th of July 2024.
Pick a form at Benuetv Television, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makudi. Form cost 3,000 Naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 28th of July 2024. Great prizes await you.
The first prize, 1 million Naira. Second prize, 500,000 Naira. And third prize, 300,000 Naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership and inquiries, please call Benuetv Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569.
Benue Fashion Show, embracing fusion fashion.
The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons (NAPTIP) kickstart activities marking the 2024 World Day Against Human Trafficking across the country. Marking the day in Makurdi, the Benue state capital, with a roadwork, the state government alongside other stakeholders pledged support to NAPTIP to ending the menace of human trafficking, saying the time is now. Martha Iku, who was at the roadshow, tells us more.
The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, alongside other security agencies, are here at the Ibrahim Badamasi in Makurdi beginning road as part of this March 2020 Day Against Human Trafficking. We leave no child behind in the fight of trafficking since over the years have continued as roadwork part of such efforts to sensitize the public, saying no to Benue of the state that has human adoption, with the recent trafficking of some young in the state to making a decision of great importance. Coders one after the other appear on the issue of trafficking to expose acts of trafficking. State General for Justice order who out of the road square to Benue Links Park said every child must be protected. The AG represented by staff of the ministry, Doshima Otsega, said the menace of trafficking.
Our shared mission to shine the spotlight on more specifically to intensify our efforts to combat trafficking. No kind. It's not merely a culture, it is a commitment to a future where every child is protected from governments and organizations together. Safer environment for children. We need to this system trafficking cases effectively, and that perpetrators face appropriate consequences.
The special advisor to the Benue State Governor on Security and Internal Affairs, Joseph Ha, assured the state government will not support anyone ready to engage in the acts of human trafficking.
Aligning with you on this occasion as a government to tell you the position of the Benue State government. State condemns totally human trafficking and we never support anyone that wants to traffic.
The Controller Correctional Service in Benue State, Mary Oche, speaking on behalf of the Controller of Nigeria Service, pledged support towards stopping the menace of
don't like our children work in other places while they stay there and suffer. Nigerian Correctional Services in support of this menace that we are facing.
Other stakeholders at the roadwork also saw human trafficking, saying so the prohibition in by from IB to Benue is one out of 5 pillars of the sensitize travelers on prevention of human trafficking. The NAPTIP commander held that this year's theme, Leave No Child Behind, in the fight against human trafficking was a campaign towards ensuring no child is trafficked.
NAPTIP have what's called a 5P strategy for fighting human trafficking, and that 5P strategy involves policy, protection, prevention, prosecution, and partnership. So it's good for us to sensitize the public. I want as many people to be aware of what the evils of human trafficking, and that's what we have done today. This year's theme is Leave No Child Behind, the fight against human trafficking. So that statistically, more children are trafficked. There we are focusing on trying to see all the areas that we can do to prevent our children from being trafficked.
Different organizations and security agencies, including the NDLEA, the NSCDC, the Nigerian Army, Benue Television, and others that came out to join in the roadwork, clearly stood for the need to break the silence on issues of human trafficking. Participants in the roadwork carried out sensitization in different local dialects to drive home the message to say no to anyone who wanted to lure them to travel for a greener pastures. Martha Iku, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Thank you, Marta Iku, for breaking down start reports. Another update reaching us has it that the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and the Minister of Justice, Lafi Fagbemi, SAN, has stated that efforts leading to the recent judgment on financial autonomy to local governments were not wasted. Fagbemi observed that some have continually argued that unless the task of conducting local government elections is transferred to another body, the Supreme Court judgment may not have any meaningful impact. The AGF said his view has always been that such issues will be addressed when they arise. He tasked various anti-corruption agencies to be up and doing because they are required to oversight the deployment of funds at the local government level. He argued that it was unnecessary to preach to those who will be at the helm of affairs at the local government level because they are expected to be able to read and write and differentiate right from wrong. Fagbemi spoke in Abuja on Friday during an opening session of the validation meeting of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy, ANCS, Action Plan 2022-2026. He said the vision of the NACS is to ensure a Nigeria that is free of corruption for sustainable human development, while the mission statement is to provide a holistic national anti-corruption strategy for all sectors and stakeholders in the fight against corruption. Minister of State for Youth Development Ayodele Olowande has assured Nigerians that President Bola Tinubu would address the present hardship in the country. Olowande, during a meeting with Renewed Hope ambassadors, commended the efforts of the federal government to tackle these economic challenges. The minister's assurance comes as Tinubu's led administration faces criticism over its handling of the economy, with many Nigerians expressing frustration over the high cost of living, with a planned nationwide protest slated for August 1st to 10th. Olowande acknowledged the challenges faced by Nigerians but expressed confidence in the president's commitments to tackling them. The minister highlighted some of the steps the government has taken to address the hardship, which include the 130% increment in minimum wage, reduction of the review period for minimum wage from 5 to 3 years, and its passage by the National Assembly. The minister urged citizens to be realistic and take advantage of the opportunities provided by the government, cautioning against using social media to destabilize the country. We'll go for a brief break. When we return, we'll bring you more updates. Please stay with us. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited is set to hire more workers. The NNPC spokesperson Olufemi Soneyi confirmed this in a statement on Friday. Soneyi said the recruitment would be for various positions across various departments within the energy company. He directed interested applicants to visit the NNPC careers page for application instructions. In an update, Soneyi disclosed that due to unprecedented traffic to the NNPC limited career page from applicants applying for vacancies, the site is currently experiencing slow load times, adding that their techs are working diligently to rectify the problem. Report has it that this may be the major recruitment exercise since the NNPC fully transformed into a limited company in 2022. Another update reaching us has that ahead of the proposed nationwide protest, the Federal Capital Territory Police Command has deployed 4,200 policemen across the nooks and crannies of the nation's capital. The command also announced the deployment of explosive ordnance devices spread at various strategic locations. In a statement Friday by its spokesperson, Josephine Ade, the command said the deployment was to ensure public safety, protect protesters, and prevent the protest from being hijacked by non-state actors. She added that there would be raids on identified black spots, uncompleted buildings, and stop-and-search operations, among others, in collaboration with sister security agencies. Ade noted that the FCT Commissioner of Police, Benuetv, warned that the destruction of public and private properties would not be tolerated during the protest. Ade, however, urged residents to be vigilant and take advantage of the police emergency lines to report suspicious activities. The Lagos State chapter of Active Citizens Group Nigeria has notified the State Commissioner of Police of their intention to participate in the planned nationwide protest from August 1st to 10th, 2024. The group's state coordinator, Adamal Ukbabi, notified authorities of the peaceful protest plan in a letter citing rights to free speech and assembly. According to the letter, the protest is scheduled to take place on two designated routes: mainland route starting at Nako bus stop and ending at International Airport Ikeja, and island route starting at Amawa bus stop, Lekki Phase 1, and ending at Etiostu local government. The letter is started subject notification of peaceful protests and requests for security support. The group requested police assistance at both protest sites to ensure safety and security, manage traffic, and minimize public disruption. The planned nationwide protest has gained traction around the country, especially on social media. The Defense Headquarters has expressed concerns that the planned nationwide protest may be aimed at emulating the Kenyan protests, where initial peaceful demonstrations against tax increases escalated into violent clashes. The protest under the banner and hashtag "End Bad Governance in Nigeria" is against the prevailing economic hardship in Nigeria. We'll go for a break. When we return, we'll be joining the foreign scene. For more reports, please stay with us. On the foreign scene, the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, said search teams were digging at the site of deadly landslide in southern Ethiopia as the death toll rose to 257. The first landslide in Gufal zone was triggered by heavy rains on Sunday and Monday, and the second engulfed those who had gathered to rescue people. OCHA said the death toll could rise to as many as 500 and more than 15,000 affected people needed to be evacuated from the area. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is expected to visit the remote area on Friday. Images from the site showed residents standing over bodies wrapped in blankets as more victims were pulled away from the muddy earth. Many people were using hand shovels and even their bare hands. Landslides are common during Ethiopia's rainy season, which started in July and is expected to last until mid-September. United States Vice President Kamala Harris has pledged not to stay silent about suffering in Gaza, shifting emphasis to the plight of Palestinians as the de facto presidential nominee walks a fine line on the conflict dividing her Democratic Party. Speaking to reporters after a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Washington on Thursday, Harris said that her commitment to Israel's existence and security was unwavering, but that far too many innocent civilians had been killed in the war. Harris, the presumptive Democratic nominee after President Joe Biden's decision to end his re-election campaign, said that she had urged Netanyahu to agree to a U.S.-backed ceasefire proposal. Former U.S. President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle have endorsed Kamala Harris' bid for presidency. In a 1-minute-long video that captured a private phone call between the couple and the vice president, Harris expressed gratitude for the endorsement and their long friendship. Obama, the first U.S. black president, remains one of the most popular figures in the Democratic Party even after more than a decade passed since he was last elected. Harris is making plans to name a running mate by August 7th. Advisors to former President Donald Trump said they would not commit to another debate. And that's all of our package this night. But before we go, here's a recap of the main stories. The state government has moved to address perennial flooding. Lateef Fagbemi has said efforts leading to recent judgment on local government autonomy not wasted. And on the foreign scene, we told you Barack Obama's wife have endorsed Kamala Harris for U.S. president. My name is Mercy Upa. Thank you for watching. Local news will come up next. Good night.
Gama ne aja kapo kano ge wagla ngwino ku television ku Benue ya ela kakpa uhowebe uklo kakpa uhowebe nigi oya owenye pa ku high level wa yoge ka ko ka ke biowo mai gbobulu me ki hai no yonya o chenu kile ku klo no yonya Ahmed Bari o ke kela no yonya chu topoka kalo ikunike ku hamlo mali utokpa teso kura malache utopoka kinu ku government kuma kudidoa niki yoye enoka juma ikuni yoye blibli ga mege nuklo akiyo igobule ya mala jogbo ku gomina ku Benue Hasentalia apanya ulipi odaki selema la chalewa odapochi puklo ku gomina no onya apa howe behenu onya muluklo kegu ku state secretariat no kiyoge glaya ikododwa achalewa yawa ga choke ku klo no onya achohige baja gbotu ugomina kegbu klo no onya muluklo kowe ohadu enekele ya menwe idu ya ocheno kile iku klonya okiyoge ka kipi ipi poya ene no yoiwa anokege ju klonya yame ki mota lu state no onya ipu state secretariat ekiyoge kadu ka ke yache ka lola potoche kola ko ke yoluwa ikudodu omalo tokwa tese kura kiyoge ka kotoke hano gaga ipuklo no yonya okiyoge che to ugomina Hasentalia du oyoge ka kiteni nehi nuklonyo kege biu state kubenu no nya oyoge tu ugomina Hasentalia hinya okiyoge ka kipaji ugbokunu okege biu piabo alewa wifu state kubenue u company ku BIPC ocheno le ku company ku BIPC Raymond asema ka okiyoge ka ku company nya okege chete ku ekunonya uyache ko daka gbenu ku state no nya enekele igwota migbihi ya cheko ke gbuklo ya papa asema ka akela no nya iku no ke gbofu gega nege yoje ku goal ku Titan ipangeli kuma kudi company ku BIPC nya kiyoge ka okege le to daka gbenu dodu uyache ku ega ku klo mlo daka gbenu ku state no nya ko kiyoge jegi chodu oyoge ka ku klo ku company ko BIPC no nya ake yache ko ayo maka u klo u company mpe o company oglaya o tote fi company epe o le kwaje ya oyoge ka kodan ku company no nya o ke gbu klo o ke ge wotabo nehe ipo state ku Benue asema ka ha ke yoge kadu kodan ku company nya o ke gbu klo o ge bioda o piabo ye wipo lihido acheno ke kela kwei ku company ku Titan ni akiyoge no kela ikoma Oliver Ugo mlo Easter ako ekiyoge towa ku BIPs no nya hinya kegende kebla ga ku company ku wa ikuno nya ekiyoge ka ko keja igaga odanko kakuwa nu company yo ke gbuklo okege woda ko tabon nehi ipuku state no nya efokpo tohi ko cheuta owano le ikwela kefo okpoto hiko che ota nehiku naptip eke gbuklo yoge yo blatu kechi kuwa ki haino yonya ipuku state ku Benue pangili kuma kudi yoge ye blibli mlache pochi ipuku state no yonya yo ye ya ukuwa ege no yakuwa le nege pefu uyache kuche koche oje lano yonya koke yage mma owanya kwa mlowa kacho gbaje eye ocho chikeno kajuma egbiya ukuwa mopu ki Ibrahim Babangida uchulu kuanya einukewe kahini aga moipedodu tatajen u state ku Benue ke u state logelu nwalu kohi koche utanya gaga utrei kowa kachu kepo Fidelis miem nokewe ipache nokiyo blibli mopu ki Ibrahim Babangida nyogu Benue linsia okiyoge ka kohi koche utanya okelo hindu keke la ile ita ipelo lohi doshima musega no kekela kwe ikaeji okiyoge kadu kefokpo tohiko che utano onya okilo higaga onwa no kele ikwela kaje ogbo ipuku state nya enu Joseph ha kekela kwe iwa okiyoge ka okega cheto mloche dodu no ge yuklo le iku klo kochi oje lano onya kohiko che utano onyan Gloria bai mlacho ha no kekela ikoma duwa ekiyoge kadu kohi kochi utano onya okiwodano bobi gaga owa kinu ku television ku Benue ke piato ha mluwa no onya ipia one ado ekiyoge deje jache kele kwa ipe kolwa lo ohigbo ahache no ge tohi ka che no onya o yache ku klokwa ko ke go buge mma yo che do ke polwa lo lohi aidoma igande ku jaloga peji onemayo chuku gbalo gbochi ena loga poko ha mamumia ocheno kibio kanyagi la onema leku Benjamin oku amgbo gbochi